This is in Catilinam 7.11. Quae tecum. Now, when a sentence begins with a relative pronoun like that, it's referring back to something you can't see in the sentence. And that something would be the patria, this personification of the state. Patria, capital P. That's the res publica, that's Rome. And it is feminine, so you see the feminine here too. So if you're going to translate this, you really kind of have to say the state, and then here are your verbs. Let me mark those guys. Here's big V right there, big V right there. And yeah, subject would be quae here. All right, that's going over here and working with these verbs. The state goes like this and speaks. It acts and speaks, and this is pretty interesting. This takita, the A here, that's because it's modifying quae, which goes back to patria, so it's feminine singular nominative. It quietly speaks somehow there. So the patria Catiline goes like this and somehow quietly speaks. We sometimes call this the adverbial nominative because in English we have to translate it as an adverb. And so here's what Cicero imagines the state saying. Like that's a little mini quote there. Not sure why they use that, but it's just a quotation mark. So let's find some verbs here. And the subject is here, big S right there. No crime existed for many years, except through you. And it's a little dramatic here because he saves the except through you for the end. No crime except through you. No disgrace without you. These are pretty easy so far. On you alone, literally that means one person. On one person, you, neces, are the deaths. Now this is a tricky one. This is a subject. This is a nominative, plural, from nex, necis, meaning death. So easy to confuse that with a second person singular because that's what we're always dealing with in this speech. The deaths of many citizens upon you, the disruption and tearing apart of allies happened unpunished and free. All right, so then here's the next verb right there. And look at all these subjects we've got. We've got subject there, the vexatio, subject there, the neces, also the flagitium. So it really is more of a list than a sentence here. And then these two predicate modifiers here. So impunita, libera, going back to these guys, the disturbing and the tearing apart of the social fabric. So saves that for the end. You not only, and whenever we see this not only, we're expecting but also. So this is a correlative phrase here. You not only voluisti. All right, let me get my blue pen for the verb here. Big V here, voluisti. You were great at it. You triumphed, not only in neglecting the laws and the courts, but in fact in overturning them and shattering them. So look at this. This is gorgeous. Oops, kind of off the page there. Sorry about that. Here. Gerundives. Gerundive is an adjective, is passive. If you forget that, I'll never forgive you. And they all See, they're accusative, plural, feminine. All three of them there. Accusative, plural, feminine. Say, doot and doot. And that is because they're doing these guys here. So the nouns in question are the laws in the courts. And what did Catiline do? He not only ignored them, but he turned them upside down and shattered them. So yeah, nice. And you often see this with odd plus the accusative. It's kind of a purpose sense there. For the laws to be neglected, for the courts to be shattered and overturned. Yeah. And then the verb at the very end there, wallowisti.